What's up guys, it's Brandon from Blaze Tech here, and in today's video we are going to be going over the things that I wish I had when I was in school and what I think would be a good idea for your back to school needs if you're a student or a university / college student, and things that I wish I had but unfortunately I couldn't have because we couldn't afford it at the time. And based on what I've got, these are the things I wish I had, and I'm gonna say why I wish I had them. But no, of that, don't forget, if you want more tech videos every single Friday at around 9:30 AM Australian Central Standard Time, don't forget to smash the like button as well as subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell to know when my next video is live, as well as check out my socials. I have Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. On Twitch, I stream at 9:30 AM Australian Central Standard Time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So, other than that, we'll get into the video about these things where I wish I had when I was going to school. So, welcome to the back to school video. Even though I don't study, I work, but I haven't got a choice. But, video. So, pretty much when I was, I guess, growing up, all I had access to was a old Samsung Galaxy Ace, which fortunately my grandparents bought for me. But other than that phone, which is, it was good at the time, but it got pretty old pretty quickly, and it got pretty slow pretty quickly. I have that phone probably 8 or 9 years maybe, because we just couldn't afford another phone. Like literally the reason I got this iPhone is because I bought it with my own money. I saved and I bought it with my own money. That goes as well as with all the other tech that I produce on the channel. And other than that, everything else is like self-funded. Even though I claim it on business tax, it's self-funded. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, because this is not a sub-story, even though I made it out to be. Anyway, so the number one thing I would recommend, because I've used this into some of my own studies about my business and everything like that, is a good old iPad or a tablet. Either one is pretty much fine, but I'm gonna base it off of the iPad because I've got an iPad. I can't really say, oh, go get a tablet because it's cheaper, because it runs better. Like obviously tablets are cheaper and they pretty much do the same thing, but I can't make a superbly thesis because I haven't got a Samsung tablet or an Acer tablet to compare it to. So yeah, I'm just gonna go based off of the iPad because that's what I've got currently. So pretty much why I would recommend this is because you can get good old GoodNotes, right? If you don't know what GoodNotes is, it's pretty much a like writing simulator. It's like Pages pretty much, just, you know, a more better version where you can actually sync it to your phone. So in case you actually have to for some reason access GoodNotes on your phone, you can. So pretty much why I like this is not GoodNotes, but you can just scribble. Okay, that's not working. Drawing. Okay, I pretty much figured it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write, like, let's say for example a teacher's saying something like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. You can just like get your iPad and be like, okay, teacher said to do X, Y, Z by, I don't know, let's say Friday. Let's just say for example it's Saturday. And as you can see, you probably can't even read my writing, but this is my poor writing. So teacher said to do XYZ by Friday. And like the reason I like using the iPad to actually write stuff down is because if you come over here, right, I'm gonna grab it for you. I do have a notebook with stuff in it, but the thing I do and don't like about notebooks is as good as the notebooks are, you can't really back them up. Whereas if you got GoodNotes on your iPad or your iPhone, you can back up to the cloud, right? And let's say, for example, you make a mistake. Let's say you spell a word wrong. Like, okay, here, you got the word lost here, right? Instead of just scribbling it out, you can just hit the backspace key, and now the whole word is gone. So that's a good thing. So quickly, I'm going to show you what GoodNotes is, because I don't want to make this whole thing about GoodNotes. This is pretty much my GoodNotes with all this information and stuff on it. Let's say, for example, we go under this one. We got stuff about affiliate marketing right here, and this is all backed up to the cloud. So if I lose it on my GoodNotes or whatever, I can see it on my cloud, so it's backed up. Or alternatively, if I need to access it on my phone for whatever reason, I can access it on my phone. Now, the reason I prefer doing like writing it on my iPad instead of actually like typing in your notes or Evernote or something like that is because I feel like writing it sticks in your head better. And I'm pretty sure scientifically, writing it actually down, like with an actual pen and paper. I know this isn't paper and this isn't technically a pen, but you know what I mean. It actually sticks into your head more. So that's why I prefer writing it down on an iPad. Alright, I'm back. I had to help out my mom. Anyway, so pretty much iPad, GoodNotes. Summarized in one sentence. iPad, GoodNotes, right? And get GoodNotes on your phone. Or if you want to, there are other alternatives. I'm not aware of them. I've not used them, so I can't recommend them. But I highly recommend you to get GoodNotes. It's a one-time fee of like $10, I think. And pretty much I use it every day. So it's a bada bing, bada boom. It's fine. And talking about the iPad, as you may have noticed, this is the iPad Pro, right? So if you're a parent or like you're a student that's on a budget, you don't need to get the Pro version. You can just get the standard. Or even if you want like a mini, I don't even know if Apple sells minis anymore. I think they're not selling them anymore. But you can pretty much just get either a mini, a second hand, as long as it's a good second hand, obviously, or you can get Pro version. The only reason I got a Pro version is because, like, in my opinion, it just looks nicer. Does it actually benefit me in any way? And could I have gotten the older version, like the more base version? I could have easily gone the base version. And does it benefit me? No, because I don't do editing. I don't do Photoshop on here, and I don't do video editing on my iPad. I literally spent over $1,000 to just take notes. Might sound crazy, but it's true. So if you're on a budget, just get like a second-hand one, get an older model. If you want to blow your money, you can get a Pro version. Or you can just get the standard version, like most regular people who are smart, unlike me, unless you want to blow money, or you're into aesthetics. So, jumping on to number 2, I highly recommend that you get your child or you get a laptop, because unless your school provides a laptop, I know some schools do. My school did provide a laptop, but it was pretty terrible. Now, the thing is, why I recommend a laptop is because, like, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be doing your work on the computer, right? You're probably not going to be writing it in a textbook. That's pretty much it. Thing is, with a computer, right, like, I got a hell expensive, like, MacBook Pro, right? You don't need a super expensive MacBook Pro. If you do want one, yeah, there's affiliate links for the MacBook Pro and other tech stuff I'm going to be talking about in this video, as well as my personal tech that I use. And you don't have to use it, but it's there if you need it. Anyway, short disclaimer. But, so you can either get like a Pro, you can get MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, the second-hand MacBooks, like you can see it on Facebook or something like that. You can get them if you want to. You can even get like HPs, Asus, Toshibas, what other brands are there? Alienware, Razer. They're actually gaming, so I don't recommend them, but there are other brands out there if you don't want to get a MacBook per se. So other than that, because the reason I say get a laptop is because 1, it's probably covered under warranty. 2, USBs. If you're like me, you're about 22, you know what USB is. If you're not my age, if you're like probably 12 or something, you probably don't know what a USB is. USBs, as much as I love them, I hate them because I've had like 30 of them and I've lost every single one of them. Somehow I found this under my bed. and I'm lucky to have it. Surprisingly, I've carried on to this for like 2 years. But generally, my parents would buy me USB, and I'd lose it in like a week, and I'd lose all my work. Was there anywhere else besides that? No, it was all on my USB. So the advantage of having a laptop is you can back up everything to either your Google Drive, your cloud services, OneDrive, iCloud. I'm pretty sure Samsung has their own cloud storage, and there's multiple other cloud systems out there. Some are paid, some are free to an extent, then you have to pay. It depends on your storage. Like for example, Google Drive. I know that I think they give you 15 gigabytes for free. Then anything beyond that, if you want like 100 gigabytes or something, it's like $2 or $3 a month. Same with iCloud. Like I've upgraded my iCloud to 2 terabytes of storage because I have way too many pictures of me and way too many videos on my phone that I just don't want to delete. Anyway, so what I don't recommend you to do, especially like during university and college and school, is don't install Facebook or like Instagram or Netflix or anything like that. Don't put them on your computer, right? Like try as much as you can or use a different browser entirely when you're doing your work. Because if you have Facebook open or Instagram open or like you have Netflix open, YouTube, whatever, you are like 99.99% chance going to get distracted of your work. Like you can get apps that actually block out all of that stuff and make you like focused on presentation or something in Google Documents, and you're not allowed to leave that document for like a 1 hour straight or something like that. And if you have a phone, right, what you should do is put it on silent mode or just turn it off completely, or put it in flight mode. I recommend flight mode. But other than that, don't let yourself get distracted when it comes to doing work. You want to put yourself in a deep work thesis. That's what I'm currently reading, actually, in my book, Deep Work. Not my book, but a book I'm reading, Deep Work. So far, it's actually been really helpful, and I'm implementing the stuff. Anyway, besides that book, if you want to pick up that book, I'll actually leave a link in the description for that about Deep Work. It's pretty good. But I don't know. Other than that, you want to be a good student, you know, A's, B's. Don't be like me where you get distracted by Netflix and all of that and games. Don't put games on your laptop either. I was like straight C's and D's. That's it. Which is pretty, in my opinion. So, other than that, for note taking on my laptop, because I do note take on my laptop, it just depends on the situation, depends what I'm studying, depends what course I'm taking. I use typically either Google Sheets or Google Documents. Now the way you access this is you get a Google Drive account, which is completely free. So for example, mine can be like brandonblazergck@gmail.com, for example, and I can just access Google Docs and Google Sheets for free and back it up because I have a free 15 gigabyte Google Drive storage. So the good thing about Google Drive and all of that and Google Documents is that it automatically backs up. So unlike Microsoft Windows or something like that, as much as I used to use them and love them, now I've transferred to Google Docs. Reason being is because it's easy to sync, it's easy to access, I know where everything's stored, and I don't have to like really keep around files because it's all like in a categorized position, which just makes it easier for me personally. So even if you want to back it up to other things, like you can make a separate file, you can put it on your USB, you can put it in OneDrive, you can put it in iCloud, you can put it in your files on your phone, for example. And the good thing is about like Google Documents or Google Sheets, you can access it on your iPad, Windows computer, which is what I got here, and your phone, iPad, MacBook, anything that allows you to access that email will allow you access to all your backed up files on your Google Drive and Google Documents, Google Sheets, everything like that. So jumping on to number 3, there is going to be a bonus at number 4. It's a little thing, but I recommend it, especially when you're trying to do work correctly. But anyway, we'll jump on to number 3, then and move on to the bonus section. And the simple thing is, just get your children an iPhone. Or not even an iPhone, just a phone in general. Reason being is because, one, if you're sending your kid off to school or whatever, I'm sure you want to like know where they are, text them, call them, whatever. Don't overdo it, but it's like you want to just be aware of where they are, right? So, you know, get them a phone, or if like you're in college or whatever and you don't have a phone, go get a phone. Like, it doesn't have to be a iPhone 11 Pro or whatever. It can just be like a mid-range Samsung like $400 phone or something like that. As long as like you can have your friends and your family on it. Yeah, so if you're like a parent or something, like you want to just have contact with your kids, right? And the thing is about having a phone, like it just makes everything so much easier when it comes to like seeing people, talking to people, everything, like doing work stuff, social stuff, anything like that. I know some people don't have a phone and it might seem crazy, but it's true. I know some people who don't even have a phone, right? And at my age, right? It's crazy, but it's true, right? So pretty much make sure you have a phone. And good thing is, like, you can pretty much have like the world at your fingertips. Like, you can Google, you can access all your schoolwork, you can access all your university work, just pretty much on your phone, because you use Google Documents and you use GoodNotes, right? So you can access everything that can fit in your pocket. That makes it good. Or you can do your business like I'm doing. I can do that on my phone. To some of the parents, and I know some people are going to get mad about this, but some parents who are like, oh, my child has to like always study. They can't socialize. They can't like use their phone. They can only use their phone to like contact me and dad, and that's it. They can't have friends. They can't go out. They can't do this and that. Like, do I get your point? Yes. Am I a parent? No. So I can't exactly talk on that opinion, but at the same time, I just want to put out there that for parents that do that, I'm not bashing on you or anything. I am just saying, for your children to have a social life, to have friends that they hang out with, that they care about, that their friends care about them, it's a very important thing on the brain, because if you grow up and just study, then work, your child might end up like depressed. There is a chance. I know it sucks, but I'm pretty sure you don't want your child to go through that. Just pretty much, if you're that parent, I'm not bashing on you, just at least let your child have a social life. Because I know there are some parents, I have a friend that who has a parent who's like, no, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he isn't exactly happy, which makes sense because, you know, he's not got a social life, and a social life is very important, and, you know, it has a big impact on their life pretty much. But no, this isn't a therapy channel, it's a tech channel. I'm gonna keep going. But like, you should really go get some earphones. You can either get AirPods, my case just fell off. You can get AirPods, you can get AirPod Pros, you can get wired earphones, you can get whatever you want, pretty much as long as they're noise cancelling. Now, the reason I say this is because I listen to study music. I don't listen to that normally, but when I'm studying or reading or doing business stuff, something like that, I am pretty much always listening to either study music or reading music. And this helps me get into the zone and do my work more efficiently. And if you have noise cancelling, people can't really disturb you. Or if you have earphones in, people are most likely not going to disturb you because they can either see that you're concentrating or that you're listening to music. And 9 times out of 10, like, they don't want to disturb you, so you can get into the zone of doing your work. And if you are studying or reading, I recommend, if you do have Spotify or something like that, like, get a playlist. Just search up reading music or study music, and I think there's one called Comfort Zone. Just listen to that when you study, you know. Don't listen to your like K-pop, your death metal, your AC/DC or something like that, because that doesn't really put you in the zone. It's more music you like. You can listen to that when you're not studying or anything like that. What helps me personally study is like those study playlists. When you're studying, just remember, like, either put your phone on silent mode or something like that, because you don't want to get distracted. Deep work is way better than like work that's kind of like up and down. You can get way more done in deep work with 1 to 2 hours of work, sometimes compared to like 6-7 hours, because you get distracted all the time. But that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Everything that I mentioned in this video will be affiliated, and I will put affiliates down if you want to purchase anything that I've mentioned. And you can check out my personal equipment. I have left all of those affiliate links down in the description below. But other than that, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. This is Brandon from Blaztech. Remember to like for YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe tap the notification bell to know when my next video is live, as well as check out my Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And once again, on Twitter I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 9:30 AM Australian Central Standard Time. Because I want viewers, I got 0 and that kind of sucks. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.